Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Diebuster. We are on the last two episodes and we're gonna finish this show up. It has been a hell of a ride so far, and if its predecessor Gunbuster is anything to go off of, it is only going to get crazier from here, and given some of the things we learned at the end of the last episode, I can't imagine it doing anything but getting a bit fucking wild. So let's just quickly go through some of the things that are going on and sort of set the scene. We had an entire episode that was mostly centered around Taiko herself, as opposed to being centered around Nono. And well, Nono awakened a Buster Machine through a very awesome, inspiring speech with her arms crossed and telling Taiko that some cool, inspiring stuff. It was cool. Taiko went ahead and absolutely vaporized or icified or whatever. She totally destroyed an entire fleet of space monsters that are definitely space monsters and definitely not anything else. And all was well in the Jupiter place thing that they were the city that they were trying to protect. All was well, and snow fell, and we got some really cute memories and little snowman made out of her earrings, and it was pretty great. And then we had the next episode, haha, where we learned some things. So we went to Titan, and inside Titan was buried a real space monster, like one that looks really familiar, that looked like something that a particular Noriko may have fought and killed at some point. One of the same breed. Uh, and they were attempting to extract it in order to, like, use its power, they being the Serpentine twins, to use its power. They said some really interesting things, and I went back through a couple times and checked out some of the things they said. They called it, like, one of us, because that's weird. And they were eating it. They were eating bits of Titan crab, chunks of space monster, seemingly to maintain their youthfulness and their ability to be Buster Machine pilots, to be topless into perpetuity. Fed Nicola a little bit of it, and he is getting a little bit twisted up in the brain space, just a smidge. Definitely don't trust Nicola at the moment. Don't really trust anything at the moment, because we had an interesting reveal at the very end after Cassio made his sort of pathetic last gasp to try to regain some lost bit of his own youth and his topless status, with the tape adhering the thing to his head, and it's so pathetic. It was so sad. No, just like took over all of the definitely space monsters in the area, and they made a fleet, and she just fucking created a mini black hole and then teleportified to the battle to save everybody, chopped a planet in half, fucking awesome, and revealed that she is herself, in fact, a Buster Machine. She is number 7, and all of the space monsters that they've been fighting up until this point are also, in fact, Buster Machines. Okay, so why have they been attacking people? Why are they a threat that we have to deal with if they are, in fact, human-created Buster Machines? Like, I get that maybe that would make sense if they just didn't have an awakened commander, if there was nobody to give them orders, but wouldn't they just be kind of dormant or sort of floating around doing whatever, not actively and consciously attacking humanity? A little bit curious about that. Really hope that we start to address that, because I think that there are more twists up this show's sleeve. I don't know what they are, but the combination of the Serpentine Twins statement, like, one of us, and the reveal that Nono is herself a Buster Machine, and the things that they have been fighting are themselves human-created Buster Machines, makes me think that we might not know as much about the current state of humanity as we think we do. Uh, and, yeah, a little bit confused. So, with our epic finale of the last episode in mind, with all of these questions in our rattling around in our heads, let's go ahead and dive on into these last two episodes of Diebuster and see what the hell is going on. So, to that end, I have episode 5 of Diebuster up and ready to go. It's 0 seconds. There will be two versions of this reaction. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you want to sync up your own copy of these episodes with the timer-based version, you can do that. Just get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you right now. Five years ago. Okay. A tailed comet. And some researcher found it. Is this the discovery of Nono or something? Looks like it probably is. That's a cute doggo. What'd you find in there, huh? This was 5 years ago. Ah. Whoa. One wish. Confirmed! No, Rico. Oh, fucking yes! One wish. Okay, okay. I love this OP so much. Awesome. It's so hype. Okay, what the fuck? What is that? Space Force Chief of Staff. Oh. The home of the space monsters. Oh, okay. An autonomous defense. Okay. Sure. It turned against us. Okay. So they've evolved. Yeah, so why is it attacking us? The topless. Or... Yeah. They have the same... Those to suppress their toplessness. Corrective gear. Horrible disease. Okay. It's an interesting way to put it. New 10th planet. Kaminatsuki. Okay. Abnormal. Ha 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 ha. Good luck. Yeah, how's Nono doing right now? I don't know. Oh. Oh, bird? Like their conversation? Oh. uh, oh boy. Lark does not look good. Ah. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Oh, hey, Cassio. Hmm. Oh, they're just hanging out. Very human. Okay. Ah. His memories. Oh. Reminds me of Ava of going inside the computer. Hmm. Cut in half. Aw, she has no idea. Oh my god, she has made 1,000 of them. Okay, up. Uh-oh. Uh... Nicola? Are you about to try to rape Nono? Yeah, gaze. Oh, he thinks he can somehow, like, pull power from her? She could also snap you like a twig, dude. Okay, Lark, go. Lark? Yep. Yeah, get the Secret Service is on you. Holy shit, Nicola. God damn. Nicola, fucking asshole. Uchikaiju or Buster Machine things? No, the real ones. Well, once. Oh boy. Whoa. It's a cool ship design. Goodbye, fleet. Now that you've said that, I don't think so. Oh, that's an interesting salute. Lot of weight of expectations. Whoa. A crane. No, no. Holy shit, the emotion in her voice. No, Diebuster. Oh. Are they, though? Or are they... Okay. Alright, so she is in control of that. Oh. I think it's because she really likes her. Queen of the Space Monsters is a cool title. And into the red mist we go. What will we find? Oh. What the hell am I looking at? Okay. Huh. Huh. And now it's breaking out. Yeah, it's like an egg hatching. Huh. Going fast. Hey. Ah. Ah. Oh. It's also a pretty cool title. No to you. Well, you'll get in the way. Yeah. Nothing to do. You've been superseded. Ha. Bringing out the big guns, are we? Ha. Oh, Jesus. Could you watch where you're shooting, please? Ha. Rewriting the space around in the same way. Nothing to worry about, right? That had human voices in it. Okay, what the fuck is that thing? Oh, it's real big. It just rewrites it. Panic and panic and panic. Break the thing off of her? Holy shit. There goes your escape route. No, no? You wanna come save One-sama? Yeah, get that thing off your fucking head. Sure. Hey, no, no. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're a lot more like No Didi than you realize. To the... Huh. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! That was awesome! Just... Oh, ho, 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 ho. Alright, we've got one more Chekhov's thing. We got the horn. Silence on the bridge. Yep. Huh? I'm gonna hit it with Jupiter too. Yeah. Yeah. The crackling. What am I looking at? I don't care. It's amazing. Oh, that was the thing around it. Just throw a fucking planet at it. Awesome. That's fucking cool. I have a feeling it's not gonna work. Oh my god. It's so slow because of the huge scale. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's not that slow. That's real fast. Whoa. What the fuck? It is the black hole. Oh, it absorbed the black... What? That's some... And we don't have warp tech. Only Nono does. You gonna ram it? Yeah, it won't work. What's your play, Nono? Hey, D-Snoof. Is this a suicide mission? Okay. Exactly what she means. Getting goosebumps? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And just like Nororiri Ko. I'm going without you. Prevent you from coming. But this is the second to the last episode. Hmm. Hmm. Is she just gaining momentum? Bye. No, no? Wait. What? She crafting a What? That's the end of the episode? She crafting a gigantic one of herself. Okay, that was a weird way for that audio to function. Very different version. With no lyrics. That was such a strange version of the CD. Fuck you, Nicola. That's not okay, dude. Whoa. Okay, is there anything but the preview? Nope. Just the preview, which we are going to skip because it's the last episode. It's going to have spoilers in it. Whoa. I'm a bit confused by this episode. Um, so a Lark-focused episode, I would say. Uh, she's in a tough spot psychologically because she's been once again sort of put to the wayside for something else. Something else has become the hope of humanity, and she feels well. It's weird for her. Like she had this moment of being a senpai and being someone who is looked up to, and then she's been surpassed in an instant to a degree that she could never match because of who she is and what she came from, because of who Nono is and what she came from. Whoa. Um, confused by a piece of terminology, which is Candian. I know we've heard it, but I don't remember what it is. So I'm just gonna Google Candian Diebuster and hope that it pulls up like a wiki page or something. No, it's showing results for Canadian Diebuster. Got it. Candians. Okay, no idea. No, no idea. Okay. Um. Where do we start with this? There were some awesome battle scenes. I want to see the scene of her manifesting Disnoof again. I want to see that again because that was awesome. Okay, that's it's before this. There, right? Yeah, flying. Whoa! It like wraps her up in a spiral that becomes almost solid, and we can almost see bits and pieces there, and then just more and more things coagulate out of the ether. I think literally out of the ether to form this machine. That's so cool. And then the cape is last. Ding! Whoa. All right, and then a little bit later, not that much later, there's this scene where it grabs the planet. Yeah. And then this. Okay, so this is the funnel thing around it. Grabs it. And then what the fuck is this? That's the space. It's the collapse of the vortex that was surrounding it, with the center of mass taken away. Why is my frame by frame not working now? Hello? Hello? No? Did my player just break on me? It did. Okay, great, cool. Let me just let me close that and pull it back up. Weird. Okay. And all right, we're good to go. All right, we don't need to see that collapse. Man, some of the screams from that space monster were nutty. I don't know how they're doing the effect. It sounds like actual people screaming into a microphone with certain modulation, like a couple of different people a couple times. Why does she run? Like, I get the distinct impression that she's not running from this battle. She's hoping to take the battle elsewhere, maybe? I don't know. We've got a setup for D-Snoof's horn. The emotion in their eyes throughout this scene is awesome. And it's so tender and loving the way that she reaches out for her. It's very very Yuri. You almost expect flowers in the background, you know? But it's to unlock the literally the manacles that have been put on her brain by society. She unlocks those and they clatter to the floor. Okay. Pretty heavy-handed with the symbolism, but that was awesome. Okay. Uh so we right out of the gate answered one of the bigger questions that I had, which was why are they attacking us? And they're specifically attacking the topless because they exist as fluctuating gravity wells, this thing that can rewrite space around them. Okay. And they've evolved to the better combatants, to better fight off the space monsters, and thus have come to look like them. Okay. So topless have the same fluctuating gravity wells. We once again have a lot of adults versus children uh, uh, in the setup and in the theming. But in this case, it's more that they're working together. I didn't get as much of an animosity vibe as we did with the first captain guy with the pointy hat. System fought us. This whole idea of new planets in the solar system is interesting, and I wonder if Gurren Lagann was in production at this point, because they named the 10th planet with Kamina in it. Probably not. Probably not at all. Oh yeah, one interesting thing that caught my attention was the explanation of what being a topless is. That it's an abnormal activity in the frontal cortex. Um, that's got some interesting implications, because if I remember correctly, the frontal cortex is what's responsible for uh, uh, individuality, creativity. Let's look it up. Actually, instead of looking it up, let's go to the wiki page for lobotomy, because that would be the way that this would, yeah, anterior part of the frontal lobes used for treatment, blah blah blah, is stupid and a horrible idea. It is medical barbarism, and yeah, yeah, improvements created at the cost of creating other impairments. Absolutely. Effects, right? Expense of a person's personality and intellect, reducing the complexity of psychic life, reduced, emotionally blunted and restricted in their intellectual range. So the idea that some activity, quote unquote abnormal activity in your frontal cortex is what causes you to be topless, and that's looked upon by society as a horrible disease. Like, excess activity in your frontal cortex means you're creative and individualistic and imaginative. That's what being a topless is, right? It's having no limit to that. And having that ability is what allows these characters to rewrite space and time and the universe around them, and enables them to pilot these buster machines and do all kinds of crazy wonderful things. But they're looked upon by the society and the adults above them as diseased, as different and weird and wrong. Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you, Diebuster. I see you being all themey. It's an interesting touch. I don't I don't really get the conversation, or it's more like a monologue that Nono has about the bird, about the last bird on Mars. It's a somber story, and the scene is very um somber is a great word for it, I think. That's after this, right? Yeah. So it is immediately after attempted rape by Nicola. Next time they run into each other. And we'll talk about that too, because holy shit. The story of the last bird on Mars. She begins speaking before One-sama is even there, before Lark is there. At first I thought that the story of the last bird on Mars was a story of her, of Nono, being the last of her kind, someone apart from the rest, someone alone who didn't fly. But I get the feeling that it's more about Lark. I literally just put together that her name is Lark, and she was talking about a skylark. Holy shit, I'm an idiot. I just put that together. Oh, yeah, okay, I think she's the last bird on Mars. Kind of. And it comes back thematically when she says, let's fly. Because she's not alone anymore? Maybe. Let's talk about Nicola. Uh, Yeah, so this scene is kind of horrifying. It starts out real cute with Nono trying desperately to fold an origami paper crane and failing over and 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 over, which is very cute as an idea that she's trying so hard to, again, kind of trying so hard to be like Lark, to do something that Lark might appreciate or might actually respect. And then he shows up. Scruffy chin, unshaved, looming, and the horror. And then we get this gaze, which is very, very blatant, straight up her body. And it's the things that he says. I want a going away present. He, like Cassio in Cassio's desperation to hold on to his toplessness, but that was already gone. Nicola is desperately trying to hold on to his, and he's looking for any avenue that might give him one, and kind of in like a barbaric, uh, early human eat the heart of a beast in order to gain its strength sort of way. He seems to think that have gotten it into his head that if he forces himself upon Nono, that somehow some of her power will be transferred to him. But just the fact that he's having that thought precludes it. You know, like there's one, there's no way, and two, you're already too far gone, man. You're already broken and a fucking asshole. I think it's also interesting that this queen of the space monsters, this easily, like, at this point, the most powerful thing that we know of in the universe, who can literally rewrite space and time around herself at will and produce black holes as though it's nothing. Um, as strong and as powerful as she is still terrified by this situation. And I said it during the reaction, and I took a step back. I had to take a step back after saying it, but I said, like, she could snap you like a twig, Nicola, and she could. But I think it's an interesting dynamic, and I think it's one that maybe holds true in the real world. I know women, really strong women, who have been assaulted and not fought back because they were afraid. Now the dynamic here is not quite one that exists in real life with a super powerful superhuman robot entity. But man, it rings true a little bit, and it's scary. The worst thing about this whole encounter, oh, not the worst thing. The worst thing is that her fucking superior officer of sorts tried to fucking rape her. Um, but is Lark's reaction. Like, Nicola, I immediately write off. Like, oh, you're a fucking rapist asshole. Goddamn. But Lark saying, "Why not me?" Oh man, the oh, oh, and it fits with the thing before when she and Cassio were looking into D Snoof. It was unrequited love is like a universal language, is something that's always with us. Oh, that's why that's there. Why not me? I don't even know how to address this. It's so screwy. Why didn't you come and try to rape me? Oh, that's so screwy. It's because I was topless that I wound up this way. What the hell do buster machines matter to grown-ups? It's a weird thing to say, not one that I really get. And then we get, "I'm not your One-sama." She walks away. And then it's straight into battle, straight into Craziness. Taiko's injured, so she's not going. It's a strange salute. We get a better understanding of what Lark is feeling. There's no need for me crying in the shower. Awful. And all of this hope, all of this pressure being put onto Nono. It's as if it's establishing that as a reason why she would flee in this moment, but the smile that she gives to Lark makes me think it's not. It's something else that's going on here. We build up to the possibility of another kamikaze attack, one that would make her so much more like Nonoriri than she even knows. How interesting. And there's this scene. Some really resonant scenes in this episode. I unlike some of the episodes that have come before, I didn't get the. Maybe it's because this is like a split episode. It doesn't conclude really. It has a cliffhanger ending. But I don't feel like the themes have been concluded, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. Feels like there's an unfinished thought in this episode. Maybe it'll become clear to us as we watch the next one. We got the story of Nono's appearance and an understanding of where her name comes from, as well as the knowledge that it is Nono Riri Ko 100%, which is dope. Okay, this was a cool episode. Had some cool things in it. Had some very fucking not cool things in it as well. Nicola, looking at you, bastard. What will happen now? Where did she go and why did she go there? And what was that face at the end? Was she constructing something? Or a gigantic version of herself? Maybe. I guess that would make sense. In a weird Diebuster sort of way. Alright, screw it. Let's just go ahead and watch the next one. I'll take a break, do a syncy thing, and be back in a moment. Peace. Alright, welcome back. We are all synced up and good to go for Diebuster episode 6. I don't know. Let's just go into it. Let's just go straight in. We got a big ass space monster and gravity well thing to destroy, and it's real big. And Nono has fled, but I don't think she has actually fled. She seems to be crafting something really fucking big that looks a lot like her. Let's get into it. Beep beep timer. Is that? No, okay, that's the moon. I was thinking that the lights kind of reminded me of, like, Lunar Tokyo. Whoa. Everyone has evacuated Earth. And Tokyo. Who's talking? Oh, hey, Lark. $12,000? Sure. The story of your life. Ah. Well, that's familiar. The red Milky Way formed together. Whoa. What? Did you not see that? Are you blind? Well, maybe. That's a good question. Hi, Lark. Hmm. Hmm. Matcha! Sacrificing the earth? Fair. I love the water thing accenting certain points. Huh, a literal key. Huh. This traditionalist space, but it's false. Hmm? Bandaged arm. Saluting each other. Cool. That's Nicola's machine. Who's this? Who's in it? Or is it not? Is it one of the other ones? Betrayed by the Buster machines? Wait, is that? Yeah, alright. He has joined up. Hmm. Fighting with no regard. Hmm. Hmm. Got her. Hmm. It's a lot of colorful characters. Whoa. Yeah, that's very familiar. Hmm. Yeah. This is where we started, right? Yeah, there's the little Kappa thing. Or the frog thing. No, she's the one in this stark wasteland. She going to go and find Nono's, the scientist who found her? Try to? Yeah. That freaking dog. Oh! Oh! Reincorporation! Huh. There's this palpable sense of, like, weird sort of nostalgia, but also going out into death. I'm just spending thousands of those years floating through space perfectly alone. Hmm. Hmm. That's what last episode was. Producing the divide between Nono and everyone else. Had never met her. Certainly. Huh. Again, no audio. All right, straight into it. Hey, old friend. Oh, whales. Not the voice I expected, but okay. Okay. So we're putting everything onto Lark and just sort of discounting the gigantic no-no that formed? Okay, cool, yeah. Oh. Okay. Cool. Familiar. I have the feeling a lot of these people are about to die. Because everything seems to be going well. Way too well. Oh, hello. Third evolution form. Ugh, that screech. If that exists. Hmm. Hmm. This is pretty much it. As though she's aging out. Alright, what is this giant? Oh my god. It's a fucking gun. Hi, Earth. Present ultimate assault weapon. Oh, okay. What are we doing with it? Are we just going ramming speed with the fucking Earth? Huh. Wouldn't that drag the moon along with it? I don't know. Who cares? We're just gonna crash the Earth into it. Really? Like, you really think that's gonna work? Is it no-no? Is it no-no? It's no-no! Oh, it's big! Oh, it's really big! Hi! Oh! Eh. Eh. And it's the Diebuster. Ah! The hype. I don't think so. What is she trying to do? Oh! It is. Oh, that clunk. What is her reasoning? What's the point then? There won't be a home. Say something, no. What just happened? Did she just lose her topless ability? Just in that moment. Why? Why, no, no? Inazuma King? Yes! Ooh! Oh! Oh! Okay, that's pretty dope. I don't think it's enough though. Yeah. That's gonna be a big Buster Beam. Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay. What? Oh, sorry, Moon. Hi, Lunar Tokyo. Continuing to protect the Earth. An ordinary girl. Hey. Okay. Climbing out through the guts. Emergency spinal passage. Awesome. Oh, Jesus. And it blocks the... Oh! Oh! Taking it out himself. Ah. The true cockpit. The one that maybe you can pilot even without being a Buster machine? Whoa. Okay. To get... Is she gonna... Oh my god. Oh, the callbacks. Yup. Oh my god. Combining the core of No. No. Oh. Ah. Huh? Yes, it is. Just that little glimmer. Oh. Hey, she can break anything. Yeah. Oh. Oh. All right. Space-time sensor room? Something that will never happen? Something that would happen in the future? Okay. That happened. Hmm. Birds. Taika? Wishes always come true. What's this night? To meet with her? Is this when Noriko returns? No, that's no. Welcome home? That's the only thing I can think of. It totally is. Holy shit. Still got that chipped tooth. What? There it is. Hi, Moon. An imprint where she landed in it. Yep. Jesus. We're gonna go straight to the end. "12 seconds left. That's it." I'm gonna take a minute to put my thoughts together before just diving in and starting to talk about it. So I'll see you in a moment. I'm gonna go sit outside. See you in a moment. All right. So I sat for a while, drank some tea, and did some thinking about this episode. And I also went back through it and checked a couple of things. The first thing that I don't know if there's any way to confirm it, but the fact that she finds the same uniform, the one that we've seen Noriko in, inside that cockpit, locked away by the big horn, the big thing stuck into it. Does that imply that this is the original Gunbuster Buster machine, the first one? That it's the same one that Noriko piloted? The contraption in it also looks very similar. I don't think it matters too much whether it actually is or not, but because it works so fucking well thematically anyway, to have her repeat the same shirt tearing move. Though she wouldn't have gotten it from Noriko, she would have gotten it from Nono. Back then when she thought that was what being topless meant. Which does, but not quite. There's something really poignant about the way that Nono enters this battle. Silently, without a word, without any explanation, trying to halt the progress of the Earth, to throw a wrench into all of their plans, to act like an enemy to them, in order to save something that they're willing to throw away. This is a planet that she's never seen, that she's never been to, but that she knows is important, but she doesn't quite know why. She knows it's important to Lark. But there's something about an alien entity protecting humanity, becoming the only thing that can protect humanity, eventually along with an ordinary girl, that has such interesting echoes of Gunbuster's themes, which are very much the hard work and guts, and we hit those thematic notes pretty perfectly. But it's more than that. It's about one quote ordinary Japanese girl saving everyone, saving everything. And it's Lark here who really is the embodiment of that. Nono is something else. She's inhuman. She's a machine. And it's interesting that they start referring to her as such throughout this episode. And the last one, once we figured out what she is, she stopped being a she to so many people and became a machine. I think that's what was missing from my interpretation of the previous episode, of episode 5, was and it clicked in the middle of this episode, the distance between her and everyone else. That episode was the one where walls are erected between Nono and the rest of humanity. Nicola treating her like an object, like a machine, in his very literal objectification of her and attempt to use her as a means to an end. And then the very literal creation of walls as she walls herself off from everyone else. It's really interesting that she separates herself from her strongest drive is to be an ordinary girl, right? That's what she wants. And to be a space pilot and all sorts of things, which don't necessarily align, but one of her strongest drives is to be that ordinary Japanese girl. And that's part of why we go back and talk to her father. And yet she cuts herself off from that wish multiple times. In the last episode by actually erecting those walls. In this episode by choosing to sacrifice herself to ensure that there isn't a new Big Bang and that the universe doesn't start over once more. She gives up her own dreams, her own goals, and in doing so, unknowingly enables the final scene of Gunbuster, the welcome home, the return. Man, that is just the perfect touch, the perfect cap on this show. Okay, I've got some other thoughts that I wrote down. Oh yeah, the the sequence when after yeah, this. And we're in a singularity, a place where time and space are non-existent, where physics don't apply. I get a very Madoka vibe from this. I don't know. I have another question for it, which is does Nono see this potential? See this potential timeline where she and Lark return to Earth and go and see the Skylarks and eat a panini sandwich, or is she just imagining it? Is she just coming up with this wish, this idea, this desire? I don't know. I don't know. But once we get into this dimensional space here, Lark is so desperate to try to save Nono from the loneliness that she would have experienced for so long before. We have plenty of time, but we have no time at all. And everything that she says to her is no, she doesn't want to let her go. She doesn't want to let her be alone again. Desperately reaching out, Nono will take the singularity that Nono Didi made shine, and in exchange I'll give you my singularity. I'll have to edit that. And her singularity is a folded, slightly mangled paper crane. The shape of her heart. And it's fucking awesome. This is such a freaking good ending. I love so many little things in this episode. Like the fact that she and Taiko are still calling each other and being friends and talking about stuff. And that she's talking about the birds that she's watching. I love her like safari outfit type thing that she's wearing. And more than anything, I love that we tie it in with the ending of Gunbuster. And she's able to meet the girl you so idolize, Nono Didi, because of Nono, but because of Nono's sacrifice, she doesn't get to. Wow. Wow. Other little things that I love the idea of this room that we're shown is in the center of a mechanical construct, right? It's underground. It doesn't really exist. Where they're all sitting around on tatami mats with the traditional paper doors, and they're not really. They're all view screens. This whole thing is false. Like they're speaking of being willing to sacrifice the earth, literally throw the earth as a last resort weapon at this thing, not knowing if it'll work, knowing full well that it will absolutely definitely destroy the earth, while they sit in this artificially constructed outdoor space that doesn't really exist. There's something so strange about it, and as soon as she leaves, the veil kind of falls away. Something about the traditional sort of tea ceremony creation of the matcha, it's just weird. It's just weird. This hall of all of the gunbusters, I suppose, with some blank spots. Wonder what those are. There's a weird nostalgia in coming back to the place that we started, that we ran away from at the very beginning of the show with Lark, and finding an element of Nono there. That that's the picture that they took in that photo booth together. And he's still holding on to it. Oh, I love this moment where she just sits there silently, where she just and then says that. It adds so much weight to the line that comes after. And the line itself implies that she's aware that she's reaching her expiration, which then comes to pass at the worst time possible in the middle of the battle. The whole idea of moving the Earth and accelerating it to relativistic speeds in order to throw it at this fucking space monster is ridiculous. Ah, and the way that Nono arrives is amazing. But she doesn't, what she does is so unexpected. Oh, and the sound design on the clonks was so cool. Clonk. So weighty. Who's that? Oh, I guess just a normal Buster machine. Yeah, it's like a gigantic Buster machine. I love this moment where she is punched away and falls next to the center of lunar Tokyo. I don't remember where it is actually. There it is. And just the immensity of scale is kind of awesome because that's a giant city. Fuck. It's like ants next to her. Man, this episode was more than the rest of Diebuster combined. Such a love letter to Gunbuster. So many cool things. There are the super clear and obvious things like the shirt rip and the Inazuma kicks and all of that goodness, but the whole the whole idea of it is it's a weird interpretation because while Noriko was so willing to buy into the militaristic like fight or die mentality of her peers and her superiors, Nono Didi takes a much more, I don't know, complex but subtle approach to it. She still ends up sacrificing herself, but she doesn't she doesn't throw herself headlong into death and destruction. She thinks about it, and she doesn't let humanity do that either. There's this sort of unspoken question about the whole scenario. If we destroy the earth, and it was kind of spoken in the previous episode where somebody asked if we evolve into gravity wells in order to survive, will that still be worth it if we're no longer recognizably human? But I think the bigger question is if we throw away the source of our humanity, the source of our life and ourselves, if we throw away the earth, this thing that we've tried so desperately for thousands of years to protect, this thing that Noriko and Hirone-sama threw themselves into the abyss in order to protect the earth, protect the seat of humanity, then what was the point of any of it? And Nono sort of staunchly, with her own power, silently says it wouldn't be worth it. I love the line. Something. Strength isn't measured by your size, but by the power of your heart or the force of your heart. I wrote it down. The strength of your heart, and that is hard work and guts. Very, very Gurren Lagann. I've said it too many times before, but this whole show is very Gurren Lagann. Like an interesting short form interpretation of some of the same ideas. The same, if you never stop believing in it, a wish will always come true. The same reckless idealism. I love it. I love it. That's what gets me. It's so much more nuanced. That was the word I was looking for before. It's so much more nuanced in its approach than the original Gunbuster was. I mean, Gunbuster was, if what I've been told is true, Gunbuster was created as like almost a parody of a sports show, a sports shonen type of show, Aim for the Ace. And so its simplistic hard work and guts message is simplistic. This episode just shows how much the ideas have evolved. How you can still use those same ideas, that same reckless idealism, but give it so much more oomph in so many different ways. I really like it. This whole show, this whole experience has been a hell of a blast. When I think about it, it's not so much Nono's story, it's the story of almost from Lark's perspective. It's the story of how Lark met Nono and how she was changed by her. Effortlessly cool. All right. I think that'll wrap up my thoughts. I don't know what I'm going to watch next now that we've gone on this double buster journey. I don't know what I'm going to watch next, but maybe like a movie or a one-off one episode OVA or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. In any case, I've been Teeaboo. This has been Diebuster. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and hope to catch you next week when we watch something totally different. See you there. Peace.